Hello and welcome back to Chaos Gaming. I'm continuing my playthrough of 12 is better than 6. This playthrough is the first time I've played the game. My first video was the first time I'd played it all. This is the first time I will have seen the majority of what I'm looking at. As you can see, the game is split into the tutorial and then multiple acts, and then I'm not sure what Purgatorium is or Arena Mode. I'll find those out later. I'm just going to continue where I left off. I thought I'd made it farther than this. Okay. So control, which we found out in the tutorial. Hold on. I feel like the audio settings. Oh, that's music volume. There we go. Let's see how that works, because that mumbling was very loud. So yep, episode 6, okay. Alright. So I'm trying to get out of town, apparently. And so it's a twin stick shooter, meaning I can move one way and shoot the other way. And you can carry one gun, and you can switch between a gun and a knife. So the knife allows for silent kills, whereas folks will hear if you shoot with the gun. Unfortunately, so there's 3 guys in here. I'm probably gonna have to be noisy to. Now I was. Okay. So one thing I'm trying to get used to is you have to right click to pull back the hammer so that you can shoot with left click. And that's taken me a little getting used to. So thankfully nobody else seems to have heard me shoot them, which will be beneficial. And this guy's got his back turned, so I can come up here. This guy's asleep. Do that. Okay. This area looks clear now, so come down here. He's sitting there watching the stove. Oh, it looks more like a table. That worked. Okay. So I like that there is a bit of stealth to it, that it's not just a running gun. Not fond of running gun shooters in general. And so the ability to move slowly and utilize the knife for silent kills is nice. Okay, so he's going up that way. Nice. Unfortunately, you can only carry one weapon at a time, which, and I say unfortunately, but I actually kind of think that's a good thing. It keeps it somewhat unique. I'm going to keep the pistol though, because the shotgun, I found out in the last one, you can only have 2 shots before you have to reload, and that can be detrimental over time. So, still the same mission. Get out of town. Alright, so we got that guy. Given everything else they do, it's interesting that... Oh, crap. I did not see him. So that's one of the issues with the art style. The guy that shot me, I didn't see him at all. And I'm inclined to blame the color scheme, because it's hard to tell the difference between was bad. Okay, that's a lot of guys. So the color scheme being this blue and white, black and white concept is... Yeah, I blew myself up with that. Dynamite is apparently a contact explosive in this. So... Well, that was crappy. I was hoping to get more than just him. So apparently you do have some health. Dang. Because I got knifed and lived through it, so there is some level of health involved, but... There's guys down there, there's a guy over there, horses over there. And you have to reload each bullet. Hitting reload once doesn't do you any good. Alright. And then if you hold down reload, that'll empty the gun. Then you can come pick up somebody else's gun. Empty that one. Pick up another one. And then you've got full ammo again. So that was a bit crazy. And I don't know precisely what money does. Oh, hey, he didn't wake up. Nice. But the game does use money, so it's worth walking around and seeing what all is available. So he appears to be patrolling, and if he is, I'm going to wait for him to come back, and I'll stab him when he gets back. And I suppose it's necessary for the sake of the gameplay, but it's weird that I'm able to see through walls that they aren't. Not complaining, mind, because I need the unfair advantage, but it's just different. Alright, so a pig pen that's... Okay, and because... Oh, I thought I could only hold 4 things of dynamite. Oh, maybe it didn't let me pick them up and I was wrong. I don't know. Alright, I don't think I'm too concerned about the pigs. And that looks like everything. So, cool. On to the next section. Alright, 2 guys, 3 guys up here. No one to shoot at. Yeah. So that was one of my complaints in the first one, is it's hard to tell what's an enemy. Oh, this is a gallows. Okay, cool. What's an enemy and what's not. So I was getting ready to knife those guys, and apparently they're not combatants. But there is no real easy way to tell that. Alright, so. Dang. So you can use a key to look farther and which weapon you're using will help determine how far you can look. Some guy with a shotgun up there. Doesn't look like there's a window. Pretty sure I can't shoot through the... Alright. That works. Intriguing. Well, let's see if you can lob dynamite. Yes, you can. Okay then. Alright. So unload this. Pick up the gun. Pick up the dynamite. Okay. Oops. Okay. Darn, I was hoping I could. Let's see here. Knife you. Knife you. Alright, good. Oh. I was able to convince him to kill his own guy. Alright. So, knife you. Huh. That didn't... Okay. So I wonder what happened the first time that I was successful. Knife you. No, that didn't work either. This one. Well, that sucked. Okay. So, here we go. Quite sure maybe he's in jail and so not actually a target. See, some depth or something would have made this slightly easier to understand, if not easier to play. find dynamite to blow up the cell. Well, I'm carrying dynamite. I need to just... Okay. Now, let's see if I'm just supposed to throw the dynamite at the door. Apparently. So I'm not full on ammo. So before I move into the next place. Here we go. Now I'm full on ammo. Okay, so stealth is how to stay, which means not tipping off the guy with a gun. Dang it. Double dang it. Alright, so he is a patrol. Why do I get the feeling he's gonna see me if I try and step out? What the hell? Dang it. Thought I had my dagger, or my knife drawn. Alright, so... two guys watching one guy sleep. Your dynamite resets each level. Well, that stinks. Good to know, but the fact that it's the case is stupid. Bummer. back to me. Bummer. Sweet. That works. I don't understand why they didn't just let me kill him, but whatever. Okay, so the X is their front of there. So the way it keeps popping up that thing saying ×3 and stuff, I suspect that there's bonuses for doing these quickly and getting a whole lot of kills in a row. Scoring games never been my thing though, so I'm content just trying to finish the level. Or finish each level and finish the game. Like a chef, maybe? There's a dude up there. Oh, it wasn't a dude, it was a hat. That would be the issue. So there's the cart that's apparently my destination, and that's the cannon. Okay. Oh. Oh my. Okay then, that was unexpected. So when I hit volley, that meant use the cannon as my weapon. Yeah, skip that now. Which translated into point where my mouse was, which was near me. So let's try this again. Okay. Do this again. Not sure why the first shot killed the 3 and the second shot killed... Oops. Right. Reset your dynamite so I don't have any. Okay. Dang it. Didn't get him again. Yay, success. Why don't you drop a revolver? Good. Oh. Well, we'll see whether or not killing a horse is an issue. Okay, so... Okay then. Oh. Darn, that was too far away to get to. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So what am I supposed to... Oh. Again, the whole how things are done is an issue. Anyway, I'll call that good for now. Seems like a good stopping point. And then we'll see what non-combat areas look like. Yeah, and you can't just shoot somebody. Alright, see you next session.